Shalom, when the start of source by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kwakadash, double honors to the apostles of great Milson, and honors you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh's real name, of whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, or Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh. The Son's true name is Yahweh Shai, and when we pray Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, but meaning in, Ha meaning that, and Shah meaning names Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. This is a picture that I took. I was watching what was the name of this program? What's Next with Bill Gates on Netflix, right? And I think this is from the first episode. And as you can see there, it's artificial intelligence. And what you see is God in a box, right? Which I find, I found that laughable, because of course, this is we're referring to, the king, of heaven and earth. Like this is the Most High. Okay, it was a preset that's just escaped me now. Right, this is the God, of the heavens, right? And he is basically just trying to, that's what this whole lesson is, gonna be about. We'll see where the Spirit leads, right? But this is Isaiah 45 and 5. It says, I am Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast though thou hast not known me. Right? Because all these different nations, they've got their idols, they've got their, their things, their worship, and this technology that Esau has is an idol, right? That they're basically setting up to be worshipped. Okay, this idol it's going to be doing miracles and stuff like that. This is Revelation 16:14. That's for the spirit of devils working miracles, right? And that's going into this man's technology, okay, right? Because right now, for instance, with CRISPR, CRISPR, right, with CRISPR, he can make people that are a certain type of blind see again, right? He can with these implants, allow people to start doing things that they weren't able to do, whether by, an ailment or, maybe they've never been able to do whatever, right? With his technology, he's being able to, try and make himself a god. Okay. And that AI really gets to the crux of it. Because I think about, one of the attributes that they give to the Most High is, right, all knowing, right? I'm trying to think of the precept. This is Sirach 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. So when you're looking at Esau, what Esau's basically trying to do with his technology, with this AI, right, is to be able to know what you're doing. Know what you're doing and when. Is, for instance, I was I was just at my language group, just talking to some people, and one of the things one of the gentlemen said was like he was talking about how China, I don't know where he went in China, but saying how to put like book train tickets, you need to like put in your passport number and stuff like that. Okay. And one of the things I always say is like, regardless of what website you're using, right, some kind of analytics is being run on you. Okay. And from that, they're able to build a digital picture of you. And imagine that's just in a digital. So the fact that you get places like China that are, as has been said, is one of the testing grounds for this technology that basically is what's the word I'm looking for? Is basically the E is putting together, right? What that's basically doing is tracking you where no matter where it is you're going. Now, even as I was saying that, one of the things that I just remembered is that here in London, to use the transport network, we used to have a card that wasn't linked to you, called the Oyster card, right, which you could top it up with cash, and no one would really know who you are, right? But what they've done is they've started phasing that out to start using your bank cards, right? So actually, even from that perspective, yeah, you're not putting in your ID, your what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you're not putting in your passport number as you're traveling, right? You're actually putting in but technically speaking, you already put in your passport number because you put that in when you signed up for your bank card, right? So they know who you are from there. And what basically is creating a society where you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything without this man knowing where you are, who you're meeting, and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what he's trying to do with this technology. He's trying to tap into this energy of, like, I know everything about you, right? But that's the Most High. See, the Most High doesn't need to do it by carnal means, right? That's why, in fact, if you can grab this real quick, that's why, in fact, after all is said and done and America's destroyed, right? The destruction of this kingdom, right? And the elites, they're gonna try to hide, right? But the spirit is gonna allow us to see where it is that they are, because this is it in the system that these elites are trying to build, right? The common man is gonna be subject to it. The common man is, wherever it is that they go, people are gonna know, oh, sorry, the elites and the AI is gonna know you went there, but the elites are gonna be outside of that, okay? But they're not outside the bounds of the Most High, right? So this is Amos 9:2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. It says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. So how are we going to be able to do this? Because the Lord is going to do this, with his men, starting off. The Lord is going to basically allow us to do this. The Lord's going to allow us to, go off, find these elites wherever it is that they're hiding, right? Because the Lord is going to be working for us. The Lord is going to allow us to just know. Okay, and that's what Esau's trying to achieve, as we read here in Sirach 23. Well, this is the Most High, right, in Sirach 23:19, but that's what Esau's trying to achieve in like manner with this technology, right? This is Psalms 96 from 4. It says, for Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. Okay, so once again, this AI, all this technology, it's all just idols, right? It's all just witchcraft that is basically gonna be destroyed, right? Because watch more and more. I mean, this AI. One of the things that I say is it's gonna start becoming the arbiter of truth. Okay, you rewatch 1984 and you'd be like, oh, the ministry of truth. Well, if the AI says you're wrong, in the world to come, you're wrong. Well, it's what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot what I was gonna say, because right now they say, the AI can be wrong. ChatGPT can make mistakes, right? But they're gonna reach a precipice where they're gonna be like, oh, it's now always correct. Okay, and at that point, if the AI says you're wrong, you're wrong. Right? So then that's gonna be truth. Okay. And that's just once again just the world that EE is building. But let's get this. Is Ezekiel 28. It's the Son of Man, say unto the Prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. So, the modern day Prince of Tyrus is represented by this Edomite, right? It says thine heart is lifted up, and who's more proud than this Edomite? The fact that he thinks that he can overtake the Most High, bring down the Most High, right, and ultimately, fight against Yahweh and the angels, right? These Edomites and these heathen nations. We read Second Ezra's, right, speaks about how they they were afraid but yet does fight, because the Lord and this once again just showing you that you're just a man, which is what this precept goes into. This chapter goes into that, okay? Because despite everything, the Lord is the one that's going to put the spirit in these nations to shoot at America, right? This is Ezekiel 29, and it's not 29, it's 28. Ezekiel 28 and not 28, 38, Slakia. Ezekiel 38 and 10, right? It says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, right? This is talking about the fact that the Lord is going to put it in the spirit of these, of the Russians, right? The king of Russia, right? To basically shoot and to press that button to shoot them nukes, right? And also the Lord's going to put the spirit in these other kings, right, to shoot at America too. You read Jeremiah, right? It says, all ye that bend the bow, right, shoot at her, spare no arrows, right? So they can't stop themselves doing this, despite the fact that they're trying to use, artificial intelligence, trying to, use technology to try and come up against the Most High, try and make their own will, right? Not understanding that they're just fulfilling prophecy. They're completely bound by, the Most High, right? But that's why it says, for instance, in Isaiah 47, stand now with thine enchantments, right? Basically, going into like, okay, so you've been all up in this witchcraft. See if that can save you. Okay, because it can't, because what they don't understand, right? These different spirits, these different, the demons that have allowed them to amass the know-how, to allow them to amass everything that they have, right? Ultimately work for the Most High, right? So how about that, right? Esau thinks, yeah, I'm the one that sets up double agents, but these times, the Most High is the king of double agents. Right? So it says, Sirach 18 and 3 says, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all, and by his power dividing holy things among them from profane. Okay, so all things obey the Most High, right? And once again, Esau's trying to do that on a carnal level because he's a carnal man, right? And he's coming, and because he's a carnal man, he's going to try and use his carnal means, i.e., AI and the MOTB, right, to try and control people, right? So that he knows, what people are doing and when, where they're going and where, right? Who they are, what they're feeling, right? Trying to be like the Most High, right? And that's what this, this AI he's trying to achieve with this AI, okay? And we carry on back in Ezekiel 28 and 3. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. And it is true. Right? The Lord has given this man wisdom. But that's the thing. The Lord gave it to him. Right? What does the scripture say? Is it this way? Maybe not a phrase like that. I'm just trying to remember how it's read. It says Isaiah 10 and 13 says, for he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. Okay, that's the spirit that Esau comes in. Right, comes in that spirit. Yeah, it was me. Right? Yeah, you see, did you see me out there? Yeah, you see, all of that sort of stuff, all coming in that spirit. But these times, it's the Most High that has given him the power, right? Scripture says, right, the Lord setteth up, right, setteth up kings and bringeth them down, okay? This whole timeline has been prescribed by the Most High as to how it was going to play out, right? And it plays out with you going into captivity, Esau, for 1,000 years, and then being removed from the earth. Okay. So back in Ezekiel 23. So behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, there's no secret that they can hide from thee. So the Lord has given this man understanding, right? The Lord has given this man the ability to look into certain things, right, and to effectively amass this wealth and to be able to conquer, right, this world. Right? That's why the scriptures refer to him as the hammer of the whole earth. The Lord is the one that gave him that position, not he himself. It says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Right? And with this AI, right, they're just going to completely amass all the riches because most people are going to be out of a job. Okay? The Western world is getting ready to crumble because, when you look at places like England, you look at places like Europe. I think in a video I did a couple of weeks ago, it said 70% of EU's GDP is in tertiary economics, right? So basically service sector, right? And a lot of those service jobs can and are being automated away, right? And manufacturing's going that way as well. But it basically, what I take from that is those are, these Western economies are going to be the ones that are going to fail the hardest first, with the more manufacturing economies coming later, right? Because to build software, all you really need is servers somewhere over there, right? To be able to run these things. Okay, you just pay a subscription fee and it's done. Whereas when you're talking about like machinery, obviously you got to build the machinery, you got to do this. It's a little bit of a slower process, but that doesn't mean it's an impossible task either. Okay, so it says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches, right? The pride that this man has because of his riches. Okay, we got the greatest GDP in the world. No one can fight it, no, is it? Not even God can fight against the American blah blah blah. Okay, thus, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because thou hast said, set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I'll bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their sword against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man, and no God, in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Okay? Says, thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I've spoken, saith the Lord power. Right? So when he is being destroyed, right, the Lord is going to remind him, right, and show the world, right, that he was just a man. And that actually there is just the Most High. You read Ezekiel the 36th chapter, right, one of my favorites, right? The Lord's like, look, man, I ain't even saving Israel for Israel's sake. I'm saving them for my name's sake. Okay? Just to show you the power, to show you that he's the real God, right? Not some bloody AI, not some, God in a box. It's offensive, right? That's what Esau thinks he's, trying to do. Right? That's what Esau's trying to achieve, right? But the Lord is going to come with a spanner. So as always, Lord's without edifying. Till next time we say, Shalom.